Hi guys, welcome back to today's class. Okay, so in our last class we created the story cover for our story, and today we are going to be building our story world. Okay, so today we are going to build the seeds for our stories. All right, so now let's go through the goal for the day and then get to understand what it means to build, a story world or setting. Then after that, we'll open our Canva and start creating our stories. Okay. So the first goal of the day is to understand what a story world setting is and why it matters. Okay. And then we use AI image generation tool, which is our Canva Magic AI, to create the settings. Okay, so then now let's ask ourselves a question: what is a story world? All right, so a story world is the place where your story happens. It is called the settings. All right, and it could be like a real place, like a school, city, or beach, or a fantasy place like a flying castle, Candyland, or robot jungle. Or it could be like a scientific world, like a space station or a tech island. All right, those are what it means by settings. All right, so the setting helps readers imagine the world and feel part of your story. Okay, so like the settings, all right, it helps the readers imagine the world and also feel part of your story, know what your story is all about. Okay, so now let's ask ourselves a question: why is this setting important? Okay, why is it important? So one is that it sets mood. All right, your story setting helps set mood. You could be happy, scary, magical, or exciting. Okay, it depends on what your story is all about. If it's a story that makes people happy, people will feel happy. If it's a scary story, people will feel scared. If it is a magical story like a fantasy or things like that, it will make people feel magical. Or if it's an exciting story, that is how people will feel. Okay, like we have here now. If you look at this now, just setting the mood. All right, the design here, the setting here is setting the mood for like scary. Looking at this, you know that this is a scary story. Okay, so the next one that we have, all right, is that it tells us more about the character. All right, so the story world also helps us know more about the character. If you can remember the story that I showed you guys in our first class. All right, it tells us more about the character, just like we have here. And it's saying, in a colorful robot city lived a little robot named Robo. He loved to tell stories and make everyone laugh. So you see now, it is telling us about the characters. And if you look at this design, right, you can see cities and robots. So me reading this, I'm okay. The characters here are robots. This story is talking about robots. All right. So it also helps bring the story to life visually and emotionally. Okay, so your story setting also helps bring the story to life. All right. So now let's look at what I made. All right, let's look at what I made in Canva. Okay, so I know if you guys see the story now, this was not the initial story. If you can remember, in our last class, the title, all right, for the story cover that we created was Zoe the AI artist. Okay, but then I decided to change the story and I created another story cover for it. Okay, I'm going to change my story. So this is the story. So basically, I wanted you guys to just see the story setting. All right, but then now let me play it telling you guys what the story is about. Okay, so first, this is the story cover. All right, sorry, let me play this again. So this is the story cover, and it says Max, the turtle, and the lost balloon. That's the name of my story, all right? And then look at the name of the author. So this is my story cover, okay? Then the next one, if you look at my character is included in this storybook, okay? So if you look at this the turtle is my character. And if you look here, is there the same thing with the balloon, okay? So if you look at now, this is the first page, all right, that you see in my book, okay? So I created this settings myself, okay? I created this setting myself, and I'll show you guys. You guys will see how we did this, okay? So this is the second page. So in the first place, is talking about the turtle, and then the animals where they live. So one day they saw the turtle saw a flying balloon. Okay, so he was curious about the balloon. All right, and then he started following the balloon. Okay, so that was how he was following the balloon till the balloon got to the owner. All right, the balloon got to the owner. So then he even met a friend, and they came back. So let me read out like the story to you guys. Let me read out the story so that you see how your story is supposed to be. So the story title, okay, is Mars, the Turtle, and the Lost Balloon. That was why, if you can remember, in our first class, I told you to write down your story, because this is the place now that we're going to need it a lot. All right, so cartoon adventure, 4 to 5 pages. Then character. All right, the character here are Max, all right, which is the turtle, a slow but curious turtle. And then we have Bella, which is a cheerful butterfly that he met on his adventure, okay? So the setting is a colorful animal village and a magical forest, okay? So the first one page is, Mars the turtle lived in a small peaceful village where animals played every day. One morning, he saw a big balloon floating past his house, okay? Mars wanted to return the balloon, so he followed it past the river and into the forest. He met Bella, the butterfly, who said, "Let's go find it together." Then, as they climbed a small hill, the wind blew hard and the balloon flew higher. Okay? Then the butterfly said, "Don't give up," said Bella. "We are almost there." Then, at the top of the hill, they saw a baby rabbit crying. The balloon was hers, and Mars gave it back, and the rabbit smiled. Okay, Mars and Bella walked home happy and tired. "It feels good to her," said Max with a smile. So you see what the story is all about. So now let's go to our Canva, all right? Let's open our Canva and start designing. Okay. So now that we have this, okay, the first thing we want to do, all right, is to create our document size, all right. So we create this. So I'm going to, so what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to start afresh from the book cover, because the last one we created is not the one that we are using. So I'm going to create a new one, all right. So now, this is what we are going to do, okay. We'll come to Magic Media, okay. And then I am going to type my font, okay. And then my font is going to be a colorful, let me see what it gives me. Colorful village. I don't want to put animal, all right. And a magical forest. So our image is generating our image now. So we'll see what it gives us. I really like this particular one. Okay. Oh, let me change. Let me just say, let me just type a forest and see. What is happening? You know, I'm just going to use the image that I have created before. The one I created before. So I just come to uploads. Okay. So this was like the image that you created before for me. All right. So this is what sorry. So this is what I have, okay? I have this. So first thing I'm going to do is to reduce the transparency of this, like this, okay? So now I need to add my character. So I'll generate my character. See, I only have one daily credit left. So I'm just going to come to graphics and say create a turtle. Let me see what it gives me. So he gave me this. Do I like this? I don't think I really like it, but maybe we might just manage it. Okay. We just manage it. So I will place this one here and also reduce the transparency also. All right, you know why I'm reducing transparency? So that the letters, so like the title and all, will be more visible. So now I'm going to add a balloon. So I don't have any credits more. So now we'll be using elements in our design. So we come here, click on elements, and we search for balloon. Come to see all and click on see all. So now let's add our text. Okay, let's add the balloon. I don't know, I'm not looking for the balloon. They say it here, so we just get this. Okay, and then size it a bit like this. Just place it here. This is like an animated balloon. So the next thing we're going to do is to add a text. So we come here, add a text box, bring it up here, and then type our title, which says Max the Turtle and the Lost Balloon. Okay, so now we'll have this. So I want it to be like this. We resize it like this, and then I'm going to change the font. So I'm using lakes pattern, you know, the fonts we use for the other one too. So next thing is to change the color. So make it, you know, a dark green color. Yeah, this is okay. So I will duplicate this. I will duplicate this text, bring it down here, and type, you know, story by Blessing Amarachi. So let's reduce it a bit and then keep it here. So now this, so now we have made our book cover. Like you see, this one doesn't require, you know, much design. It's very simple. So now the next thing we're going to do, okay, is to make the first page. Okay, so we're going to create the first story setting. Okay, so we'll come to element. Now I'm going to just be using element. Reason is because I have run out of credits. That is Magic Media credits for creating. So let's look for hills. All right, which tree? Trees. Let's see what we get. Click on graphics. I think I already have something. I'll just get this one. So I clicked on it. Pick this one. But look, this is for a landscape, but I'm still going to use it because I like it. So I think now I have this. Okay, I have this. So the next thing I'm going to do for this design, okay, is for us to add. Let's click on trees and see what we have. So let us type trees. Look at what I wrote. So I think I'll get this one. I like it. Place it somewhere here. I can move it a little. Not bad. So I will get another one. Let's continue the search. I think I like this. So I'll just get this one. All right. So we'll and just probably just shift it a little like this. You see how we are creating our story setting. Okay. So I want to add like a fountain here. So I'll just search for ponds, maybe natural ponds. I think this is not bad. This is cool. So I'll just get this. Okay. And then right click, layer, send backwards. So like we have like a small water here. Okay. I have like a small water here. So not bad. So now let's add like birds. So we click on birds, enter. But we are going to come here. This icon that you see here, you click on it, check the animated box, and then you see like animated things. Okay. So we'll add this one. And then we'll also add this. I think these are like the two birds I want to add. Let's just make it so. So we'll come, we'll resize this. Okay, we'll resize this. So you place it somewhere here. Resize it again. So for this one, we're also going to resize it too. So we resize it. All right, then flip. Come to flip. So it's facing somewhere here. So we just like place it somewhere here. Here. Yeah. So now let's add other animal like butterfly. So I think I'll add this one. All right, scale it down. Probably keep it here. Okay, then we'll also add this. Scale it down and flip. So we'll flip it. So it's facing this way. And then we'll just keep it somewhere here. Or let's just flip it to the other side. Let's just leave it the way it was. So let's add, like other animals. Okay. So let's search for bear. Bear. Let's add this. I will add this in that one, but then this we can just add this. Place it somewhere here. Then also add what else? Well, just basically just add like other animals. Let's search for animals and see what we have. Oh, then let's add a monkey. So we still scale it down a bit. Bring it here and then layer, send backwards. I have something like this. Not bad. Bring it down a bit. Yeah. So now let's see what else we have. Let's add this also. Okay. So this is how you see I'm using different elements to make this come alive. Let's flip. So I'm using it to just make things come alive. Okay. Is there another thing for us to add? Okay, I think I'm done adding. So the next thing I'm going to add is to add my character. Okay. So I need to add my character. So I'll just come here, click on this to get my character. So I have my character right here. I want to make it a little more big so that it will be visible. So this is my character. So just like that, we have made the first page, the first scene. So let's make the second one. All right. So now for the second page, all right, we have got the third page. Let's go to elements, to create another background. We would have created it with our Canva image, but then let's look for landscape background. All right. What's happening? Why is it showing me only 3? Okay, animated, we have not checked it out. I think I'm missing the one I want to use. This. So I'll just use this and try to fit it in. We'll do some manipulations here and there. So yeah, we have this now. So I want to, add the balloon. So I can just come in here, right click to copy this, come in here, paste. Okay, so now we have like the balloon here. Okay, so let's get our character. Come here, we duplicate or copy anyone you choose, and then we'll bring it right here and reduce it a bit. Okay, reduce the balloon a bit too, so like it has seen the balloon. Let's add like sun. We come to elements and we search for sun. And you pick anyone you want. So let's add the sun. I'm still looking for the sun that I want to use and I'm not seeing any. Oh, what is happening? Let's just use anyone. And that was this one I was looking for actually. So I might just use this. Or should we use this? Or just this? Yeah, let's just use this one. We scale it down a bit. And then it's here. So now this is for the third page. So we add another page. Okay, so that we can start the fourth page. Okay, so first first page we are going to look for another background. Okay, we are going to look for another background. So now let us go back to let us search forest and see what we have. Sorry, what is happening? You guys are going to cut off this part. I don't know what is wrong with my Starlink, but it's saying my camera is saying offline. I know what I'm saying. It's like person. I don't blame. So I had to refresh my laptop, and that's why this is happening. This is some pages are still loading. Please cut this part off. It's taking a lot of time. So we come to elements and then we search for forest background. Let's see what we have. Graphics, see all. And I think I'm just going to use this particular one. Okay, so let's just use this. Well, let's do some manipulation here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come here and change the background color so that it will be like this. Okay, and let's come here, get the color picker, pick this color so that it blends, and then like that I'll just have this, because if I stretch this too much it wouldn't give me what I want. Okay, so that won't give me what I want. So now I have this. All right, so let's get a pond too. So let's pond. Let's see what we have. All right, so let's try and use this. Let's see what it will give us. Okay, so let's try flipping. Not bad. So I think we have this now. Let me scale down a bit. Well, in order to make this to look more real, maybe let's try changing the color of this particular pond to something like a light green like this. So I'll click on the pond, come to this color green here, okay. Then try picking this color. So yeah, you see it kind of blends small. Okay, so now this is what I'm going to do. Add a tree. Okay, so I want to add a tree. Just like let me just pick this. Add it here. Then let's search for grass. So which one should we use? I'm looking for a grass to use, but I haven't found any. Why is that? No, this particular grass I'm looking for, but I haven't found it yet. Well, let's just pick anyone. Since I can't find one I'm looking for, should we just make use of this one? Not bad. Just like you just place it here. What else should we like add? I think we should like add like more trees at the back. So let's just search for. Let me see what we have. Let's just get this. Okay. Right click, layer, send backward. So it's somewhere here. So I saw something now. Oh, it's pro. So we can use it. So this is not bad. Okay. This is not bad. So let's get our two characters. So get this, duplicate, and bring him down. Okay, well this time around we are going to flip. From here, flip horizontal. So it should be somewhere around here. Alright, it should be somewhere around here. So we put this right here. So right here. So right here is not bad. Then we also get our butterfly. So we're going to get the butterfly that we use here. Okay, so we're going to get this particular butterfly. So just click here, copy, right click to copy. Come here, right click to paste, because this is where like he met the butterfly. Okay, so we're going to flip this butterfly. So we have flipped it. So he made the butterfly here. Okay, so now let's add the balloons. Look at it from the first one. Just scale it down a bit. Like this. So I want us to add like clouds here. So clouds, clouds and sun. Let's add this one. That came out first. So I think we should get this one. So let's add a sun. Let's get this one. Right click, layer, send backwards. So like I want, then this our sun is too big, so let's scale it down a bit. Let's hit here and then like put the clouds like this. Scale the clouds also. So now I'll have this. Okay, this is for the fourth page. So now let's do the next one. All right, so for the next page, you need to show when they are climbing a hill, the windy hill. Okay, so to do that, sorry, let me delete this. So now I'm going to duplicate this page. Okay, we are going to use the same background. All right, so you just come here and duplicate page into 2. Okay, but this time around we are going to like delete this tree. Okay, and then get this grass. This is why I was looking for that grass, because I know I'll soon need it sooner or later. get this grass and then make this grass like big, but we need to like bring it down a little bit like this. Okay, so now that we have this, let's get like the hill. So let's search for hills and see what we have. Okay, so I think basically these are like the hills that we have. So let's get this one, and then move this here, move this here, scale this. Okay, so right click, layer, send backwards. Okay, so now like we have like this, they say we need to cover the fountain. Alright, so like I'll get like a tree. Since I have this, I'll just get like a tree. Okay. So I'll just get this tree, place it here, right click, layer, send backward, send backwards again, send backwards. So now we have like something like this. Okay, I'll have something like this. Alright, so I think I've seen like the grass that I was looking for, so I just delete this one and just get this one. So I'll just scale this. This is better for me, so just probably like scale this a bit. So yeah, this is it. So we'll bring this here so that it looks like it's climbing the hill. Rotate it a bit, place it here, then the butterfly around here, and then the balloon, because they said like the wind took it up higher. Okay, so we just place the balloon higher. Okay, so now we'll have this one. So let's duplicate this page again to make the next page. So here we're just going to like add another hill. So just come here, hills, enter. So we just basically like add another hill somewhere around here, and then we just bring this down a bit. So sorry, this is taking time. So click on see all. I think we'll just get this particular, yeah. If I just get this here, alright, this one here, and let me show you guys another way you can send this to the back. Position, layers, So this is it. So I want it to be like here, down here. So you see now it's down here. I want to like scale it. Okay, so now like this is like my heel. Okay, this is like my heel. Another heel, we added another heel. So now this is what I'm going to do. So now just take this up here. Okay, so bring this here, and then we are going to add a rabbit. So he met the rabbit at the top of the hill. So just say rabbit, enter. But this time around we are going to animate it. We want an animated rabbit. Okay, so just get this particular rabbit here. Click on it. So look at our rabbit. We resize it, place it here, and flip. So now we have this. Okay, so just take the balloon and place the balloon here. Position, layer. So the balloon should be on top here. So we are giving him the balloon. So let's take the sun a little bit higher. Resize it. And then take this here. So now, like now he's been given the balloon. So now he have gotten his lost balloon. All right, so now we are going to make the next page, which shows when they are going home. Okay, so for this next page we go and get the picture, the background of the house, this particular one. Okay, so I'm going to use this. So we just come here. All right, click on this, right click, copy. Okay, come here, right click, paste. So now we'll have this. All right, so now the next thing for us to do is to add our character, which is our toys, and the butterfly. So I'll just like copy this, come here, right click, paste it. Okay, so like this is the butterfly. You can also duplicate this and just bring it down here anyhow you want to do it. So now let's rotate this so that it will be like how it's supposed to be. Increase it a little. The same here. So now they are about coming home, on their way back home. Okay, so for the last page we just come here, all right, and copy like what we just basically did here. Okay, we can just come here and duplicate this page and then just bring it down, but then let's just copy it, copy this also, and copy the text. So I'll just copy, come down here, right click, paste. So let's copy our character Max. So we just right click, copy. This is why I'm copying this particular one because we already reduced the transparency, so it's not like others. So we paste him here. Okay, so another thing is to copy the character. Okay, so today we just created the story settings. All right, we have already set our story, created the pages. So in our next class we are going to animate this, make the animals to move, the pages to move. All right, so that is the end for today, and we'll also be adding, like, after animation, then we also need to add text so that people get to understand our story. So we still add text and then some music, background music, and text to speech. But this is where we are going to stop for today. So see you in my next class where we are going to animate. But before then, remember to create your own story. All right, see you guys in my next class. Bye.